All right, Nathan, what are we doing today?
Well, we're going to lower this thing 2 inches.
2 inches, you reckon?
Yeah.
Just 2 inches?
With an engine.
That's right.
It is time. Rodney finally got his stuff sorted.
Yeah.
And he come together and gave us all the bits we need. So we have a lot to do before we put this in, because we still got to cut the hole in the tunnel for the manual gearbox, and that's about it. It's really stopping us.
Yeah.
And we can drop the engine. There was a few people that put comments in. Thank you for the comments, actually. We read through them all, and there was a few warnings to put in accelerator cable, or not cable, linkages.
Yeah.
Before we put the engine in, and there was a few comments on how we should do the extractors. So that's why we have the extractors.
We have the extractors. We don't know whether we've got the accelerator cable yet. We've got to look for that. Or the linkages, sorry.
Yeah, we got to look for that. So anyway, we'll figure that out. But we just really want to get this in today.
Oh, if we put it in, we could put the shaker on today.
Oh, that's ballsy, but yeah. But anyway, we're going to put this behemoth in the behemoth.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we're dealing with, shall we?
Let's put it together a little bit. Do we have bolts and stuff?
I hope so. Let's find out.
Yeah, so the clutch is already obviously installed.
Yep.
So it's literally just bell housing, gearbox, and that's it. And we'll put the extractors on as well, make sure.
Yeah, and I reckon we'll look at the linkages as well too. Maybe sit them on as well, just to see how that all works. So then when we put it in the car, it's just easier to deal with.
100%. Let's do it.
So, we have 2 bell houses, because the ones that we could get our hands on, from a friend of ours, thank you Claude. He had 2 of them, and both of them kind of aren't perfect, but they're kind of good at the same time. This one here has been modified to suit a T5, so it's got extra holes drilled out, and looks like that's been, I'm going to say machined out, but it looks like it's been done more with a grinder than anything else. But you know, it's been machined. This one here is a good one. The original holes and everything is still there, but it's had an inspection plate cut out, and they've just put like a sheet of steel over it so that they can inspect the clutch. So I think we'll end up using this one. We'll just pretty it up a little bit and repaint it, which reminds me, we need to figure out what colour we're going to do. So I went down to Burson and I was trying to figure out what colour to get, and then I couldn't remember what colour the engine was exactly, so I just bought 3 just to be sure, because I knew I'd get it wrong.
I think it's that one.
That one for sure. What's this one?
Ford blue. And that other one's Ford
No, it's
blue.
old Ford blue.
Oh, there you go.
So you reckon that old Ford blue is just Ford dark blue that's just faded and it just becomes old blue, so they've made a can to suit, so you don't have to like repaint your whole engine, you just colour match it?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon. But we'll worry about that once we pull it back apart again. So this is our gearbox. It is a 4-speed top loader. As much as I know about Ford gearboxes. It was rebuilt by the same bloke that rebuilt the engine. I don't know how far he's gone with it, because I haven't spoken to the guy itself, but as far as I'm aware, it has been completely rebuilt. So yeah, hopefully this will all bolt in and fit. The clutch fork?
What the fuck are you looking at?
That was a good one, well done.
Had to be done.
You're
Brand
happy with
new, brand spanker. Our engine mounts. Found the engine mounts. Don't know where the bolts are, but we got the engine mounts. We got our accelerator mechanism. I think it's missing parts. But we can probably start putting it together now.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we are going to try
Yeah.
and fit everything up now as a dry fit, so that we don't put it all in the car
And realise we're missing something.
and swear and curse trying to work around the car. It's just easier to do it now, and then we'll pull it back off. First up, we're going to need some bolts.
Yeah,
And,
so we got no bolts to match the bell housing to that, but we do have the trans for the XE sitting there. We're going to see if those work.
So we're going to scavenge them. I know they work, because see that one there?
Oh, you have tried them?
Yeah, I already stole one.
Oh, there you go. He's already pinched it.
So we need to steal 3 more.
Yeah.
So if anyone's been wondering, or if anyone's even seen it, this gearbox is sitting in the back here. This is actually our gearbox for the XE.
Yeah.
For the V8. And funnily enough, it is actually the gearbox that came out of this XY.
Yeah, Rodney gave it to me. Thanks, Rodney.
Well, he bought that with his 351, and this was the gearbox that came with it. And we hijacked it, and we're going to put it in our XE. But now we must give back some bolts to the XY, because we need a few. What's the bet? Just snaps the head straight off.
Oh, dude, imagine.
Easy as.
I love this. It's like nothing.
Wait, baby. That's it. We only need 3.
Alright, let's do this. Let's go. Oh my god, it's so heavy. One of these boards weighs. Oh, you.
Oh!
Yeah, nice. I just go over for you. Oh, there you go, nice.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Alrighty, 6 mate, 6. What's next? This is the most professional we've ever been actually, mocking something up before we just put it in.
I know, yeah. Why do I feel like
Don't tell me.
that nub is hitting something and stopping it going all the way in? Yep. The problem is, the nub on the starter is hitting this casting.
Why?
It's doing that too. Maybe it's supposed to have that gap? No.
Unless it has like a spacer or something in it.
Yeah.
Forward guys. What's happening here? You can see it, it's hitting that nub right there.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I don't want to cut it off because like, what happens if it actually does something?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking we just.
Maybe it locates it like you said.
I'm thinking we leave it for today,
I think we just leave it. We don't even have the bolts for the starter.
and hopefully someone in the comments.
Will clear it up for us.
Yeah.
Let's just pray that we can get the starter in with the extractors on.
Yeah. Do you know what this build is? I'm realizing very quickly. This whole build is built by the viewers, by the comments that
Built
are
by the
telling
comments,
us
yeah.
how to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we're not reading any manuals. Oh, we've got the book. I'll read the book.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, have a look at the book. I'll unpackage these.
All right.
Oh, instructions. See what it says.
Anything there that we need to worry about?
Yeah.
What?
They say to use goop.
See, I told you.
Well, look, we don't really need to actually go by this because we're going to have them sitting in the engine bay, and when we drop their engine in, bolt them up and then sit it on the mounts.
Yeah.
So we don't really, technically, we don't need these.
Famous last
I'll just
words
keep
right
them
there. All right, so what we have here is our headers.
Yes. So these are to suit a 2V Cleveland.
Yep.
So the pacemakers, and they go to 2 1/4.
Yeah, so they're tri-wires. We ended up going tri-wires in this because that's what the engine builder spec. He reckoned you'll get better performance, so we're going with tri-wires. And yeah, they're 2 1 and they go to 2 1/4. Couldn't get anything bigger, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Well, not easily anyway. So we're just going with these. These will be fine. They're pacey, so you know they're good. But we're just having a look now to see whether we can put the starter in later, and by the looks of it, we should have plenty of room.
Plenty of room. Yeah. Plenty of room. Beautiful.
Right, so it looks like the starter motor we're missing a spacer because from what I can read real quick, these starter motors are used across the whole range of different kinds of the XY options and stuff like that. So in an auto, this will bolt straight in, but in a manual, you need the spacer. So we don't have that at the minute. We also don't have the bolts. So Rod, bolts and spacer for this. But that's all right. It looks like we can do this later. It's no big deal. So we'll sit this aside. Nathan has bolted in one of the extractors just to test fit it. It looks freaking awesome. So there should be plenty of room for us to get in there and put the starter motor in. So that's no big deal. But yeah, now it looks like it's ready to basically put into the car. So we're going to disassemble it again now that we've got it all together. We're going to paint this bell housing because we want to get that painted blue, nice and shiny like this, Nathan's favourite thing. And we're going to cut the hole in the floor to suit the manual transmission while we're waiting for that to dry. Alright, let's pull it all apart.
What you got there?
This is the Gearbox Crossmember. And it's disgusting.
It's making you very uncomfortable right now, isn't it?
It's pretty brutal. I don't even know what to attack this with.
Pressure washer maybe?
I think so. I don't even know if it's going to get rid of it. Yeah, I'll get the pressure washer on it.
That looks like it's working.
Yeah, it's actually getting rid of it all. It's just like that, like dirt that's just
Road rage.
gunked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like you missed your calling. You should have been a painter.
Maybe.
Alright, where we at?
Well, I've cleaned up that. That took a bit of time and work. So that's all clean now. I'm not going to go to the extreme on this. This is not bad. I'll just clean it up a little bit. I'll scuff it and then give this a lick of blue and then give that a lick of satin black. So yeah, I'll paint these because then we should be good to start putting it in after we cut the hole.
Yeah.
Once we find bolts.
Yeah, let me find these bolts. I'm really hoping we have them, otherwise it's going to hold up the whole job.
Yeah. So, so we have a template.
Looks like Ned Kelly's helmet.
Except it says shoot me. Yeah, so it has all screws.
The reason why we have this is to help us find where the hole needs to go.
So this lines up with all the factory ridges.
Yeah.
And it has the holes and it says on it.
Because you can do this by measurements, this job, but we tried that and then we're like, the template's like 40 bucks, let's just get a template and we'll just sit that in and make sure that we get 100% right.
Yeah, so this is perfect.
Ooh, blue.
It is.
Alright, tunnel, template, draw, cut. That's the plan.
Caveman. Blade cut with stick.
I get to use my new white texture. Hump, large, hole, template. See, it speaks like a caveman. Use this template as a guide to where the screw holes go, but get the exact position from the metal or fiberglass hump bracket that will be screwed on. Here we go. Oh, I do like paint pens. I just don't like paint pens when they start to run out like that. It's a big hole, isn't it?
Yeah.
That didn't go through, did it?
Yeah.
I've got a better idea. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
That's what it's used for, isn't it?
You reckon it's gone through?
We'll see. Yep. Perfect.
Oh, that's actually funny. We're builders now.
Builders. Cut there.
This is what they did at the factory.
Whoops. Did I get it?
Did you hit it?
I don't know yet. Yep.
Oh no. Is it gone through?
Yep. Probably should have checked that. Yeah, that was dumb. I should look. I thought to myself, I'm like, there won't be nothing there. It's where the drive shaft goes. What's going to be there? Turns out something pretty important. Rod, we need a new brake line. Ah, bugger. Oh well, these things happen, don't they? Oh well, the hole's done. That was a job that we've been dreading for a while, and it only it only cost us one rear brake line. Alright. I figured once we put this hump on, the hump's going to stay on. So what we'll do is we'll actually coat this now, so that we don't get any rusting in the floor. We'll let this dry, and while that's drying, we might do something exciting like put the engine in. Don't have to worry about covering that brake line anymore, do I? Alright. Engine time?
Yeah, it's for the engine.
Alright, so what have we got here?
We have engine mounts. And some bolts. I finally found some bolts.
They're all brand new too.
Yep.
So, oh, it's nut and bolt.
Yeah.
Flashy. Okay.
So that side that you got there needs to go to the body.
Yep.
And
Alright.
the other side goes to the engine.
So am I getting in the engine bay?
Yeah.
Okay. You can be my bitch.
Yeah. Once you're in now. You're dedicated.
Alright. Chuck it out. Thank you kindly. Alright, so
Engine mounts are in.
engine mounts are now in. Next, someone commented saying that we should fit this before the engine, and thank God they said that, because this would have been a nightmare.
Yeah, so this is the accelerator linkage.
Yes, so this goes like this. We've got to put 2 nutserts in there and bolt that to that, and then obviously we don't no longer need the kick down. So Michael's going to nip that off, and I'll put 2 nutserts in while I'm here, and then that should be it, I reckon.
Yeah.
We're ready to go.
Yep. Simple as that.
Yeah, simple as 1, 2, 3.
And we just phoned Rodney to tell him that he needs a new brake line, and it turns out they're really expensive, and
He was happy about it.
he was really happy to hear it.
Yeah, it's good to hear his voice.
Yeah. For you.
Thank you, sir.
What's the bet we put this in and someone tells us we forgot a bracket?
High, very high.
Brum, brum.
Brum brum, brum brum. I reckon we should have just put cable in it, to be honest, instead of the old mechanism.
Hey, let's hope it works, eh?
Feels firm.
Big horsepower, mate. You want to have a strong pedal.
You have a strong foot too.
Alright, so after years and years and years of mastering the art of lifting engines using slings and getting them perfectly level, we thought it's time to upgrade, and we got ourselves a carby lift plate.
Yep.
So we're going to trust lifting this whole engine off those 4 studs right there, and pray that it doesn't fall, especially when it's over the radiator support panel.
Oh, there we go.
I thought for a second it might have been gasket glued.
I know.
Woohoo, look at that. We're looking fancy.
Fancy boys.
Alright.
Okay, looks dirty.
Okay. Okay.
The guards are too freaking wide.
I know.
Work over these wide guards.
That's my engine control. After all these months. Alright, you might notice that it's been a little while. The sun's gotten very low. The SS over there has turned into the fair lane and Daniel's left. He did end up beating us. He did get his door trims in before we did. Not by much though. We weren't too far behind, but I reckon these engine mounts and getting this engine in has probably taken us maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, I reckon. The biggest reason being is because when we put the engine in, the engine mounts didn't quite line up right, and they were slightly twisted and at the wrong angle, and we're trying to bend it and pry it and stuff with podgy bars and screwdrivers trying to line up. It just took forever to get right. The rubbers were just so stiff, and trying to move this thing. If we thought we were going to get this in with a gearbox on it as well too, we were kidding ourselves. Fortunately, the extractors are in, they do fit. Everyone was right, there was no way we would get this side in with the engine.
Oh, no way.
No
There's
way.
no way.
It's too tight, so luckily we got that in. That side we were able to slip in afterwards. We didn't record any of this because we were just working, we had to get this done, and no one wanted to see us struggle for that long. So I reckon we get rid of this.
Yep.
Get rid of the carby plate, put the carby back on it, and I reckon that's where we're going to call it a day for today because this has taken far too long.
I agree.
Oh, and put the hood back on.
I'll put the bottom back on, yeah.
That's Christmas happening!
Well, there we go.
That's it.
We have a 351 in the XY.
Yeah, it's in. It was, I'm telling you now, it was a battle of the greats. It was brutal.
It really nearly beat us, I reckon.
Yeah, it just wouldn't line. It just wouldn't line up. And you're trying to battle the extractor as well.
Yeah, exactly, without scratching it as much as possible. And look, we don't do too well.
I think we did pretty good, actually. We didn't scratch anything.
Scratches wise, we did really well.
Yeah. Oh, we nipped the corner of the sump on the Crossmember, but
Yep.
that's all right. We'll just touch it up with a bit of Ford Blue.
Old Ford Blue.
Old Ford Blue,
Yes.
not Ford Blue.
But other than that, it
other
has
than that,
worked. We have
And it
a
looks
351 in.
Miko.
We didn't quite get where we wanted to get today. We're hoping to have the gearbox in as well too. But these things happen.
Yeah, that's it.
It gives us something to do next episode, I suppose.
Exactly right. Something to do next episode. So I think now that the engine's in, we got heaps we can do.
Yeah,
fun
absolutely.
stuff that we enjoy.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got a brand new radiator for it.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Got a brand new radiator, thanks to Furniture Gully Radiators.
Yep.
Anyway, the engine's in, mate. That's all we care about.
That's us.
We'd sit the shaker on, but it's not sitting at the right angle.
Yeah, we'll save that for when we have the gearbox in.
Yeah.
Good work.
What a day. Well, that's it for this episode. We're going to call it here because we're tired. And we've been rolling around on the ground for half the day trying to podgy bar engine mounts in.
Yep.
But it's now in, and now I think we've got a bit more grunt to get it finished. Especially now that we test fitted everything.
Yeah, no, look at us go.
Putting the bell housing and gearbox in is going to be a breeze.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. So till then, make sure you like, subscribe, and click the link in the description below to head over to our website where you can buy some merch to help support the channel. Don't forget to click the link in the description below as well to head over to Burson Garage and check their website out.
Word of the day. I think we all know what word of the day is going to be today.
Word of the day is, and Rodney is going to hear it for the next 3 months. It's bolts.
Bolts, absolutely.
Because we got no bolts. And I don't know if you've noticed all throughout the day, Michael, is whenever there's bolts needed, I kind of just walk away.
Yeah,
I've been Michael, I need those bolts for that. Yeah, cool.
I've been on a bolt scavenger hunt all day, going through all the boxes, all those boxes there, all day long, trying to find these damn bolts.
Yeah, Michael's been finding all the bolts. And he did well. He did good. He had commitment. But anyway, that's it. We'll see you in the next episode.
See you then.
I can see this dropping on the...
Oh my god, I forgot how heavy these are.
You know what? I'm happy I didn't pick it up.
How scared are you right now, Rodney?
Oh, you're bringing both?
Yeah, because you've got to figure out which is the better one.
Oh, yeah, true.
You look like a child at daycare, playing with like his toys that his mum's brought in for him for the day.
Yeah, and like you go and play in the sandbox.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, except everything needs bolts to put it together and we got none. Daniel's loving life. Just how's your oil pressure sensor going?
Hey, here's the question. Can we get an engine into a car before he gets an oil pressure sensor into his?
I can't get this fascia out.
Before he even gets the fascia mounted. Alright. Oh, it is heavier than it looks.
I told you it's heavy, isn't it? Alright, so we're just going to hold this with hopes and dreams.
Yeah, we need bolts.
Rodney, bolts. I wonder if we've got any in the bag of bolts.
Oh, that's funny.
Here's the question for you Ford people out there. What does this do? We're guessing it's oil pressure. But in a Holden, being a Holden guy, that's usually where I put my distributor, but it ain't going to fit.
Start stripping out the interior so we can cut some holes.
Yep. There's some holes in this pod. There's some holes in this pod. This is literally a bit of foam from like...
Clark rubber.
Yeah, plumbing. Clark rubber! That was a good impersonation. You look like you're about to serve me at a bar.
What do you want, sir?
Canadian Club.
Okay, alright. That'll be $20.
Thanks, mate. It's getting late because, like he's telling me, it's dinner time. Aren't you, mate? It's dinner time. I know. We're nearly done. What it really is demon time.
Demon. Oh, nice one.
I was about to make a Simpsons joke, but you wouldn't get it.